The Das and Don'ts Retro newsletter proudly presents this story from issue number 1, published November 1st of 2023.
The Latent Image, a monthly column on vintage photography by Jon Mullin. This month Jon reviews Fomapan Action 400 speed black and white negative film. We all love the timeless look of black and white film. Its sharp, natural, and contrasty look helps to give a dreamy feel to all your photos. With that being said, sometimes the cost of standard film stocks from Ilford and Kodak might put you off from shooting as much as you would like. Well, a company in the Czech Republic has you covered. Enter Fomapan, specifically Fomapan Action 400. This 400 speed film is a great option for everyday shooting at a significantly lower price. It's able to freeze motion outdoors with its faster speed, and helps you get the most out of those low light and indoor shots. But what does this savings in cost net you in results? Fomapan Action 400, commonly called Foma 400 or Fomapan 400, is their 400 speed black and white film stock. This means it has higher grain than slower speed films. The cost savings comes at a slightly larger grain structure as a drawback. With that being said, in my experiences, Foma 400 does a fantastic job of still being sharp and detailed. In comparison to Kodak's T-Max 400 film, I found it got the same amount of detail in most cases with just slightly more grain in portraits and everyday snapshots. This isn't a bad thing as the grain is very nicely done. It's apparent but not distracting. Comparing macro shots between the T-Max 400 and the Foma 400 is another story. The smaller grains of the T-Max films really do allow for a lot more detail. I found the same to be true with still life photos, with more detail across the frame. The look of Fomapan film on still life shots really did have a lot of personality and charm, where the T-Max 400 ended up looking a bit too clean. This gave more character to the still life shots compared to its more expensive professional option. Fomapan Action 400 is available in a wide variety of sizes, with 35mm canisters, 120 rolls, 4x5 sheet film, 5x7 sheet film, and 8x10 sheet films. This means you can use this film across a variety of sizes and keep a similar look across the board. It is a great option to keep consistency in your work. Fomapan Action 400 isn't for everyone in every situation, but it's perfect for most. It's a very classic film that looks timeless, has great contrast in tones, and is sharp without that overdone look. If you are looking for a film that is affordable but also beautiful, Foma 400 is the perfect place to look. It's usually a little over half the cost of Ilford and Kodak offerings but without sacrificing half the quality. In fact, to the average eye, it looks just as good at half the cost.
About Jon Mullin. Jon has been photographing professionally since 2008, but has been surrounded all his life by the small and quirky point-and-shoot Kodaks that his father collected. Now he photographs pets and people in unique and interesting ways. Jon's website can be found at jonmullin.com.
The Das and Don'ts team consists of Grizzly Adam, editor, publisher, writer; Jon Mullin, assistant editor, writer; Plendlful, consulting editor; Joe Collett, associate publisher, writer; BlueMSX, writer. Visit our website at dasanddon'tstopmywebcommunity.org. And don't forget to write to us, submit your retro memory, or, most importantly, sign up for the newsletter. The Das and Don'ts Retro newsletter is published the first of each month. Subscribers get early access.